What were they thinking? After everything they did last month, with how good Lesnar looked out of it, they've got money in their hands with what they were doing with Lesnar, and they threw it out just because they need to. What they need to protect Cena. What's Cena gonna? Cena's been on top for 10 freaking years. Who gives a crap if he looks bad for one night? One freaking night. That's all we need. We just needed another. I don't even care. He had offense. Big deal. He can have a little bit of an offense. Fine. But the fact that he looked like he was going to win. It looked very clear to me that he was going to win. And then why not? Hey, Seth Rollins, why don't you go out there and ruin yourself too? Well, freaking John Cena's over there ruining Brock Lesnar after we did everything so good last month. Oh, man, I got an idea. Go out there and interrupt the match. Therefore, none of them are at their worst. And then you cash in Money in the Bank. It makes perfect freaking sense, right? Why don't you? Hi. I was disappointed with the end of Night of Champions. But I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I've moved on. No, instead I'm going to talk about the rest of it. Let's see here. Got my notes as per usual, because of how many times I've done this, right? Gold Star versus the Usos. I wrote Gold Star. Is that the name of their team? I don't think it is. That was okay. I like that Gold Star one because I like them. They're fun. I don't really like the Usos. That was alright. Sheamus versus Cesaro. So I'm a big defender of Sheamus. I think he puts on really good matches a lot of the time, and a lot of people seem to hate him, even though he put on a good match with the Big Show. It was Hell in a Cell 2 years ago, I think. Who puts on a good match with the Big Show? And true to form, Sheamus put on a really good match. It was match of the night. And that's not even my opinion. That's objectively the thing. Is that was the best match of the night. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, I put in parentheses Sheamus beard. Can you? Because that thing was gross. Anyway. And then I think Big Show talked to Mark Henry backstage because America, you got 300 million people behind you. This time if you lose a match, you're. Yeah, I hate the way I said this last time, and it makes me really uncomfortable to be an American. I'm moving. Dusty. He's sleeping. And then apparently some country music band came out and was on commentary for The Miz versus it. I hate The Miz so freaking much. He sucks so bad. And then he won. And I don't know who this country music band was. I don't listen to country music. Apparently they're big. According to WWE, they're the biggest band in the world, period. I don't think that's true. Ambrose and Rollins. So I called this to you. I said it to you. I said it to you last month when I said Roman Reigns is going to get a hernia, and then Dean Ambrose is going to replace him after he's done filming his movie. That's what I said. I said it I can cut to the clip. I'm not going to. You trust me. This was kind of the exact same thing that happened 2 months ago at Money in the Bank. No. Battle something? It was either Battleground or that other one that I never remember the name of. Yeah, it was kind of the same thing as that. They fought. That's kind of it. Yeah, I like those guys. Oh yeah, Rollins cut a pretty good smug promo. He came out looking like, yeah, I did that. I gave him the hernia. It was perfect. Yeah, I gave him the hernia with his high-pitched, raspy voice. Yeah. And then it started raining. If you hear something that sounds a little bit like pee, it's because it's raining outside. Plus, I'm peeing. Rusev versus Henry. Yeah. I don't like Rusev. Mark Henry is good in small doses. This is more than I needed of him. And then the whole, at least they didn't, it wasn't nearly as uncomfortable as with the Jack Swagger thing. That was really bad. But they kind of moved on from it quick. JBL got really fired up. I was like, he's letting America down. Oh, God, America, 318 people, disappointed. He let us all down. But then 2 seconds later, they were laughing. So who cares? That pointless. Y2J versus Randy Orton. That was boring. What? Chris Jericho, man, just bumming me out. He has had the crappiest runs for the past few years. I didn't really like the CM Punk thing, but that was okay. Then he comes back and fights Fandango. Other than his name, I hate him. And he's got a nice body. Yeah, Randy Orton. Randy Orton did a similar finish. I haven't watched Raw in 3 weeks or more. It's been a while because it's been real bad. I don't know if you guys watched, but it's been real bad. And Randy Orton has done the top rope RKO thing about 100,000 times, but he's been doing that after it, and I love that thing. So good for Orton, but the match is pretty boring. So the Divas match, I actually intended to skip this. I went downstairs. As soon as it started, I went downstairs and made some food. I was like, yeah, all right. Now once it's done, I'm going to come back up here. The match just started as soon as I got back up here. I'm like, oh, crap. But it actually wasn't that bad. Considering that Nikki Bella was in it, I am shocked that the match was even tolerable. But it was actually even more than tolerable. There's a couple of cool moments in there. Paige and AJ are great. Nikki Bella sucks. Every time she was in the match, there's a moment where she comes in after, I think it was AJ that was already laid out, and she picks her back up and just gently slams her on the ground and then covers her. It looks so freaking horrible after Paige and AJ had a pretty decent sequence, so Nikki Bella sucks. But that match was okay. I'm kind of interested with the way they're treating Paige and AJ, and I'm kind of curious with the way they're transferring the title back and forth. At first, I was like, oh, why are they doing that? That's stupid. But then it kind of makes sense because they're the only two good divas they currently have. Natalia's pretty good. Charlotte's pretty good too. But they're in NXT, I guess. And then Cena versus Lesnar. Hello again. Why would you do it? They had something real special with Brock Lesnar. And they didn't quite ruin, like they could still salvage this, but why would they get into a position where they could salvage it when they just had it already? Why would you ruin what Brock Lesnar was already doing? Now it looks like Cena not only had him handily taken care of, but he also won the match, technically, and it made Seth Rollins look like an idiot because he came out there before the match was over. And what? He's supposed to be the architect. What architect school did he go to? The one made by dumb people? Yeah, I'm disappointed because they had something real special going, and now it kind of just looks like Lesnar. What? They needed to protect Cena, didn't they? They came out of last month. They're like, oh, you know what? Cena didn't look very good coming out of that. We gotta fix that, right? Oh God. So, the review of the pay-per-view. No.